So I'm making a sort of a response video to Javal the Doomer over one of his videos about he's an anti-natalist, which means he doesn't think that people should bring children into the world because the world's too painful, basically. Uh, I kind of sympathize with that just because I don't know. I've gone through a lot of pain and suffering in my life. He also argues that um, some people aren't like fit enough to have children, like they have mental issues or they're just out of shape, but they don't have good enough genetics to really be in shape in a good way. They just don't have the genetics for it. But uh, which I can kind of actually, I don't totally disagree with that. I don't know how you would regulate people having children or not with the government. That's probably a bad idea. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't totally disagree with him, but I am a Christian, and I think that if two responsible people get together and have a child, which doesn't usually happen nowadays, or if it does, the family breaks apart or something bad happens, just because the world is like, he says the world is dog eat dog. It really kind of is. Unless you're like me and you just kind of check out of society a little bit. Or I don't know, I'm assuming he doesn't really like screw people over that much, but or at all. I really don't either. I have some kind of like random weird sense of like honor that doesn't make sense for this world, but I don't do certain things. Like for example, I would never rape a woman, and I would never I'm hoping I would never murder somebody except in self-defense. But even then, I'm hoping I would never murder them. Uh, and just various things. I have some values. I do have schizoaffective disorder, but I don't know. I take medications, and even if I weren't taking the medications, I'm not always like out of my mind. Sometimes it does feel like I'm out of my mind, and like I'll have voices in my head, and sometimes they tell me what to do, but I never listen. I just pray. That's when I start praying. You know. And I'm not sure that I should ever have children just because I don't want them to have schizoaffective disorder. It's torture. It's like hell. I actually don't know what hell's like, but it must be terrible. Because I've seen, I actually don't know if it's really like a disorder or if it's like something from the spirit realm because I've seen a demon. I've seen shadow people or beings that were like shadows. And yeah, it's really scary. But as long as I'm taking my meds, it seems that I don't really have any of those problems. So sometimes I really doubt that I even have the schizoaffective disorder. Like I don't think it's that. I think it's like a spirit realm thing. Like demons have tried to attack me. That's what I think, but I don't know. These meds, at least, it seems like the meds like work well enough. But except for one, there's one experimental drug that I wouldn't really want to take that I have to take every month. Uh, which I wish they would replace that with something else, just because I don't know what it does to my body, which doesn't seem to be doing anything to my body. Like I seem to be like healthy enough. I'm overweight, but like a lot of that's just bad eating decisions, uh, like bad choice in what I eat, you know, and I eat too much, uh, which is because I don't have like an open area to like go on walks, and I'm just basically trapped in my apartment or at my mom's house when I visit there. Anyway, uh, yeah, to respond to his antinatalist beliefs, I actually don't. I'm a natalist. I think we should have a lot of children because the world could always be better. You know, like it might be better in the future than it is now. You know, um, it might not be, but uh, yeah, no reason to. Yeah, it's filled with suffering, but that's just part of the world. You know, the world is filled with suffering. You know, you're gonna suffer at some points in your life, if not at all points in your life. You know, and then with any hope, you can reach heaven by the end of it, as long as you were a good person and you didn't do anything like demonic to somebody. Then you might go to hell. That's what I believe. But yeah. Anyway.